Hi everyone, and welcome to Age of Wonders 4 Eldritch Realms. So, Eldritch Realms is the fourth and final DLC that's part of the expansion pass, and I think it's actually the most interesting one. I know I've been looking forward to this one. But before we continue, this is a sponsored video, so thanks to Paradox for sponsoring it. Anyway, so the biggest feature of Eldritch Realms is the new map layer, similar to the Underground. I mean, it's not really similar to the Underground, but it works kind of the same way as Underground, in the sense that it's an additional map layer. And it's the Umbral Abyss. And from what I understand, Umbral Abyss consists of like islands, separate areas, which will not be connected to each other. There's also a new ruler type, the Eldritch Sovereign, and I played around with him a little bit. It's a pretty interesting and strong ruler type, with a lot of things you can customize. There are a lot of different abilities, a lot of different spells, promotions, so we'll play around with that. Anyway, so the way the Umbral Abyss works is that unprotected units will lose health every turn. You can build sanctuary outposts to provide some safety and gather resources, and the layered terrain, Gloom, can spread to other layers through infestations and dwellings. And a dwelling is basically like a pit of demons who live within the abyss, and it can spread Gloom terrain, obviously. It has its own diplomacy mechanics. It also sells unique spells and abilities, mostly ones that make it easier to adapt to the abyss. And it also allows the player to recruit their own Umbral demons. So that sounds quite fun. And you do have to actually enable this layer, because it's optional. The Underground is optional too. You can play a game without Underground. There are some story realms. I might actually do the story realm. There are challenge realms, like this one here. Low population continents. Yeah, here's Umbral Abyss. So additional map layer, like I said. It can be reached through the Umbral gates. Much like the entrance to the Underground, it works exactly the same way. And there are dwellings, like I mentioned. Here you go. I mean, dwellings are basically similar to independent cities, in a sense, with some differences. And you will suffer Umbral Malady in the Gloom terrain, which means you cannot regenerate hit points, you get -1 vision range, and you lose -6 hit points at the end of each turn. So that's the Umbral Abyss. Here's another challenge realm. But yeah, I think I might actually do the story realm here, cause why not? Alright, let's do the story realm. I think normal is gonna be fine. What do we have here? Mega cities. Okay. Uninhabitable underground. Right, so we can't have any cities in the underground. Unusually small, unwelcoming caverns. Okay. And no free cities. Right, and let's create our own faction here. There are also 2 new races in this DLC, and they are both pretty interesting actually. So there's the Siren race. They are empowered by magic, which means they become stronger when they sustain magical damage. Once per turn, when taking non-physical damage, they gain Strengthened for 3 turns. So that's actually quite powerful. Strengthened is plus 10% damage per stack, and stacks up to 5. So this is really strong. There are a lot of attacks in the game that have both physical and some sort of magical attack attached to them. So that would also trigger this. They have Arcane Focus, which means magic attacks deal plus 15% damage. Very, very strong if you want an army that relies on magical units, or rather units with magical damage. They also have Adaptable, which means they get plus 20% experience for non-hero units. And then we have Insectoid, which is also pretty strong. They have Overwhelm Tactics, which is plus 20% critical hit chance when standing next to a friendly unit. With Overwhelm Tactics, does not stack. They have Ceaseless Cacophony, which means that adjacent enemies without this trait have 15% fumble chance. That's pretty good. And the Cold-Blooded. Morale loss is reduced by 50%. This is really strong, because morale in general is a very powerful mechanic in this game. So I really like both these races. Empowered by magic could potentially be insanely strong. However, it won't do anything against physical damage. So that's the downside of the Siren race. They don't really get anything, one, against physical damage, and when using physical damage themselves. So let's actually go for Insectoids here. 15% fumble chance from any adjacent enemy. That's pretty good. Plus 20% critical hit chance is also good. And the reduced morale loss by 50% is really good. So we'll do that.
What is their origin?
And then I actually haven't really played the Rivers properly, because I kind of skipped Empires and Ashes. So we might actually do that. -1 Whispering Stone, which doesn't really matter, because there will be no free cities on this map. They have the Ward Spoils mechanic, which can be used to intimidate and extort free cities or other empires. Okay, that might not be as useful, but you can use this to get some units. Yeah, Ward Spoils can be used to gain permanent control over subdued units after combat. Yeah, let's do Rivers, why not? And then, okay, what do I want here? There are some favorites that I have, but there's Umbral Disciples, which was obviously added with this expansion, so I might go for that. Cities may build the Altar of Marching Gloom. Plus 10 mana income, start altering terrain to Gloom at 1 province per turn. This extends to radius equal to the city tier. Terrain will gradually revert if the altar is destroyed, counts as a conduit, must be built on an acquired province. Your ruler gains Tyrant's Retinue. At the start of the battle, summon 1 Spitterling. Okay. Doesn't work in water combat. -10 alignment. Start with Umbral Flesh active. So this is a minor race transformation. And it grants us immunity to Umbral Malady. It sounds useful if we want to explore that layer as much as possible. And while in Gloom terrain, our units would gain +10 morale, +12 hit points per turn on the world map, and the cities of the race gain +2 knowledge income for each province with the Gloom terrain. So we want to combine that with that improvement we saw earlier. Ignore city stability penalties from Gloom terrain, and hero units gain the Gloom Shepherd. While this unit is the leader of the army, units in the army gain Umbral Malady immunity. Yeah, so let's get that, because that's new. And other than that, I was thinking Runesmiths. I really like Runesmiths because of how powerful unit enchantments are. So paying 30% less to unlock them, and more importantly, 30% less for the upkeep is really powerful. And that -30% upkeep modifier is effectively -50% in a lot of cases, because it reduces the cost per unit from 2 mana to 1 mana, which is a 50% reduction. So let's get Runesmiths. Sounds good. You can't really go wrong with Runesmiths, in my opinion. Obviously, there are plenty of other good trades, but I always really liked Runesmiths. Okay, and then, so there are new tomes. There are 3 new tomes. One of them is tier 1, which is the Tome of Tentacle, right here. Right here. That's the one. This won't necessarily work well with my setup so far, so that might not be the best choice. But here are the spells. Conjure Tentacle. It summons an immobile fighter unit with hyper awareness, which makes it immune to flanking. It lasts for 3 turns. Okay. Constrictor, which is a polearm unit capable of pulling in and restraining opponents. He has this pull skill. The unit is immobilized and takes 10 damage at the end of its turn. 90% base chance. Tangier Labyrinth. +10 gold, +10 city stability. It's a city structure. And unit enchantment. Makes base magic attacks of enchanted units gain 30% chance of inflicting constricted. Yeah, I think I'll go for something else, because this won't really synergize with my setup so far. We should probably go either for like one of the Chaos tomes or for one of the Materium tomes. Tome of Enchantment might actually be nice. +10% damage against magic origin units. Yeah, and the base 60% chance of removing one positive status effect. This is pretty strong. Sundering Blades. Yeah, Sundering Blades are really nice. Base 90% chance of inflicting Sundered defense. Awakened Tools. Yeah, this is also nice. Plus 20 production and plus 20 draft in the target city. And Spell Tempered Shields. This is also like pretty nice. And Summon Copper Golem. Yeah, let's go for Tome of Enchantment here. And also Rune Carver's Camp is plus 50 in the draft. And plus 3 mana per adjacent quarry. Alright, yeah, let's just go for Tome of Enchantment. Why not? And here's the Eldritch Sovereign. I actually really like the Eldritch Sovereign. Already played with him a little bit. Not that much, I got to like level 5 or something. So he uses the Thrall mechanic, which is actually a resource that's not that easy to get. But you can do some interesting things with it. And you gain a Thrall by defeating enough enemies in battle, or with spells like Enthrall Population. So Enthrall Population gives you 3 Thralls, but the target owned or vassal city will lose 1 population. So you should probably not overuse this too much, but it is a powerful mechanic. We get the Clairvoyance ritual, reveals the closest undiscovered infestation or ancient wonder. I think this costed 1 Thrall if I remember correctly. Anyway, Eldritch Sovereigns have 5 mana unit upkeep and cannot equip leg and mount items. Eldritch Sovereigns also have access to powerful hero and signature skills. Yeah, they have actually quite a few interesting signature skills that give you all kinds of spells. You'll see, there's a lot to choose from. It's a pretty powerful type. I still really like the Dragon Lords, but I don't know, the Eldritch Sovereign might be my new favorite now. Alright, so our race. Let's see now. We can do something like this. Okay, so we can choose a relic. There's a Relic of Mind, which is a long-range weapon that deals physical damage and bypasses enemy defenses. And it also inflicts Delirium, or gives you Delirium ability. The target enemy unit has base 90% chance of being inflicted with Insanity, which makes it uncontrollable and makes it attack the closest allied target. And it also gives it 5 Sunder defense and 5 Sunder resistance. So this is pretty powerful. Then we have Relic of Flesh, which deals blight damage and inflicts decaying and poisoned. And gives us Eldritch Rituals, a hero skill that grants economic spells costing Thralls. Alright, gain plus 10 hit points, gain 200 knowledge. That target owned city gains 50 draft for 3 turns. Relic of Havoc, so deals fire damage and inflicts a random negative status effect. Also gives us a teleport. Relic of the Cosmos, deals fire, frost and lightning damage, and it allows us to summon an Astral Wisp. I think I like Relic of the Mind the most, because Delirium is pretty strong. Also, I like the idea of this attack bypassing enemy defenses. So let's go with Relic of the Mind. And okay, I guess we can randomize this a little bit. Maybe something I like. All of these look kind of weird, to be honest. Okay, that looks pretty interesting. Yeah. Okay, we can go with this. Sure, why not? That looks fine to me, it's totally fine. And we need to name ourselves. Let's name ourselves Marbozir. That sounds good. Delver? Sure, that's fine. Throne city name. Marbograd. There you go. Okay, I think that sounds good. Let's go. Sounds good to me. So here we are. We will actually start in the Umbral Abyss. So here's the summary of our setup. We start with Summon Copper Golem and Suppressing Barrage. Units in 1 hex radius suffer 10 physical damage and have base 30% chance of becoming immobilized, alright? Eldritch Prison. You slumber, there is nothing, only darkness, you cannot move. Who are you? Who are you? It does not matter. Okay. The shadows shift And an image forms, a mighty Eldritch Sovereign. Is that you? Eldritch Ruler. Gains the unstable trait. Oh, hold on, we can actually gain a trait here. So... gains enough experience to rank up, fall into slumber once more. Gain unstable trait. Upon sustaining damage, this unit teleports to a random location within 2 hexes. So I like this, but it can backfire, because you can potentially teleport to a hex that's like even worse than the one you started on. But it can be really useful for survivability. Displace and replace. Single action melee attacks displace their target and then move this unit to their hex. Yeah, I think I prefer unstable. Or we can gain enough experience to level up. That might actually be better. Okay, I might actually grab the experience. Oh, minus 40 hit points. Okay, so we will get the displacement, but we'll also get minus 40 hit points. Yeah, no, I'm just going to get experience here. There you go. Awakening. The memory fades, but the disturbing feeling remains. You become aware that you cannot move your body. Then you hear an echo of a voice. Certain this is him. Be careful. Okay, where am I? You ask where you are and the man answers. You are in the Umbral Abyss. Okay. Who are you? Why should I join you? Okay. Very well, we should go. Fine. So we receive 181 gold. You can only leave the Umbral Abyss for the Umbral Gates. Yeah, we know that already. He marked one. Okay. Alright. So here we are. Let's see. So this here is a scout unit. Right, so here's the gate. This is where we should go, because we do not start with a city. So, you know, that is a bit of a problem. And we want to lose as few units as possible. Here's our actual dude. And we leveled up because we picked that option. Eldritch Mind Control. Target enemy unit has 90% chance of becoming mind controlled for 1 turn. If unsuccessful, reduces their action points to 1. There's Delirium. Mind Rebuke. Unblockable damage. Damage cannot be reduced by defense or resistance. Mind Spike, same deal. Alright. Ignores line of sight penalties. What do we want here? So Eldritch Rituals, gain 10 hit points. Dark Knowledge Ritual, gain 200 knowledge. Yes, see, casting cost 4 thralls. We started with 2. Target owned city gains 50 draft. Eldritch Phase, a teleport that does not cost an action. I think I'll grab that. I might actually grab that. So this is the same thing but with better range. Astral Wisp Ritual. Gain 5 hit points, 1 resistance. Casting cost 2 thralls. Okay, let's actually get Eldritch Phase to get the teleport. It will help survivability. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Overseer, support unit, patch up. Target friendly unit heals for 40. Subdue. 90% chance to link and inflict subdued. Alright. Oh yeah, this is for the river mechanics. Right. This unit is captured if the caster is victorious. This effect ends if the caster dies. Target must be affected by immobilized, frozen, or stunned. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I have not actually played the rivers yet. Piercing. Focused aggression. 90% chance of inflicting marked. Net. Okay, and over here, another hero. Right, so let's have both the heroes together. Night Guard. Okay, we can have him here. A Pursuer, ranged unit, yep. And I can have 2 more. So we have 1 polearm unit, 2 heroes, and 1 ranged unit. Let's send the Overseer. And probably 1 more polearm, to be honest. Obviously, we'll use all of them in combat, but some of them have to be part of the actual stack. So, research. Obviously, we won't get any progress yet because we don't have a city, but we should queue something up. Probably purging arrows. Or awakened tools for when we do get a city. I do want all of these eventually. Like Sundering Blades is also really good. In fact, let's start from Sundering Blades. Purging arrows will be a little bit more useful slightly later. I don't think we'll be fighting a lot of units with actual positive status effects early on. I mean, we will, but probably not right at the start. We'll get both, but let's start from Sundering Blades. Right, okay. Yeah, so this is where you switch layers, by the way. So, that's our first turn. Okay, so let's kill this army here, because there's a large pickup. We'll use everything we got. I probably want to save all of the units I have, if possible. I'm mostly worried about this Umbral Juggernaut. Okay, we lost the Pursuer. I mean, honestly, that might be fine. It's not that big of a deal, and we'll have much bigger fights. So let's just accept that outcome. And we can move on. Is that a banner? Yes, it is. So it will grant all of the units moving into it some experience. We definitely want to take advantage of that. So don't pick it up with the scout, that would be really bad. And we can grab Sundering Strikes for our archer here. 60% chance to inflict Sunder defense. There you go. Okay. So there's an Umbral Nest here, Infestation. I might want to get rid of it, but I also want to get out. Astral Siphoner. Yeah, we definitely want to get rid of it, but we want to be able to leave. I assume the entrance will be guarded, because that kind of makes sense. It's probably going to be guarded. Sanctuary Outpost will take some time and resources to build. Yeah, so there's a Sanctuary Outpost. I'll grab that, thank you. But this one is ours. I technically don't actually need it with my race setup, because we will not be losing health like we normally would. So I think we should clear this Umbral Nest. But first, let's pick up the banner. Just going to add one unit here. There, okay, let's grab the banner. That will give us some experience. There you go. And we'll clear the nest. Okay, I will probably lose some units here. So we could do this one manually. Okay, wow, we didn't lose anything. Yeah, I will accept this outcome. This unit has been captured. Okay, I will accept this outcome. So I do have 40 war spoils. I could get this Night Guard if I wanted to. Which maybe is not a bad idea. At the end of this unit's turn, adjacent enemy units have a base 90% chance of receiving Sundered Defense, Sundered Resistance. So at the end of the turn. It's not as useful, but it's still useful. I think I might actually grab this dude. Okay, what the heck, let's grab him. We got Boots of Freedom, okay? Except we can't use those. Well, we can on our other hero, but our main hero cannot use anything in this item slot. Our other guy can, however. So that's going to be pretty useful for him. And we also leveled up. So now we can pick up archery too. There you go. One more level for our first signature skill, by the way. And our ruler. Quickening Ritual. Gain 20% evasion against physical ranged and magic attacks. Quickening Ritual. Units in target friendly army gain very fast movement for 2 world map turns. Phantasmal Ritual. Magic attacks gain plus 10% damage. Target enemy army sustains damage equal to 20% of its maximum hit points and loses free status resistance until the end of its next combat. So this is really strong, but it does take 2 thralls. Eldritch Influence. Oh, I like this. I think we'll take that. Desperate Anguish. Target enemy unit has base 90% chance of losing 30 morale and becoming stunned for 1 turn. If unsuccessful, they will still lose 15 morale. So this is good. It does require 3 action points, but it has 6 tile range. I think I'll take that first, and we'll take Eldritch Influence after. But this is really nice. I like this. Yeah, okay, let's take Desperate Anguish first, because this is a pretty strong spell. I definitely want to have this. But after that, we'll pick up Eldritch Influence for our next level up. Okay. Well, I don't think I want to spend any money for the Sanctuary Outpost. Probably later, when we actually get a city and some form of income, because I'm losing money, as you might have noticed. Because we literally have no income whatsoever, other than plus 10 gold from the outpost now. Okay, that's legs again. Not useful for me, but okay. So yeah, this is like an island in this layer. There will be more. Yeah, here's another one, but as you can see, it's not actually connected. So I'll need to use like a different entrance. Do we fight this? Low risk battle. Bone Dragon. I don't think I want to fight that. What are they guarding? They are guarding Void Stones. Gain +2 allegiance with the discovered Umbral Dwellings. Interesting. Okay, plus 30 gold. Oh, wow. Okay, we probably want to claim that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely want to claim that. So let's do Sanctuary Expansion. Because, in a sense, that will pay for itself. I don't think I want to engage this just yet. We'll probably come back here anyway. Right, and these are all spells. So we have Enthrall Population, which will give us 3 thralls, but the city will lose 1 population. Umbral Flesh, this is already active because we started with that. Clairvoyance Ritual, which does cost 1 thrall, but it reveals the closest undiscovered infestation or ancient wonder. And the Copper Golem. I could summon a Copper Golem, but yeah, I don't want to spend too many resources when we don't have a city yet. We don't need this just yet. Let's keep our Imperium. Okay, that's our turn. Right, so let's kill these guys. Abductor, Umbral Juggernaut. Alright, let's go. This is fine. Hopefully no casualties. Okay, no casualties with auto-resolve. I will keep this outcome, because this is like literally the best possible outcome we can get. And we leveled up. So let's see, now we can pick up Eldritch Influence. So that's what I'm gonna do, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And now we can pick a signature skill. So there are different skills at level 8, but to start with, we get Mudcaster, Mindbreaker, or Flesh Weaver. So Mudcaster is actually pretty interesting, because we get this Chaos Pulse ability, which costs 3 action points, and it's an AoE with 1 hex radius, and it will basically give the enemies one of these effects on the list. So turn it into a random tier 1 animal for 1 turn, do 20 fire damage, give it insanity for 3 turns, become blind until the end of combat, minus 30 morale, frost damage and become frozen, infernal rebirth. So when this unit dies, it turns into a gremlin under the control of the caster of this effect, 5 electrified, or heal for 10. So I quite like this. And then we also get Expert Channeling. So enemy army spells cost 30% less mana, damage spells cost 30% less mana, and the debuff spells cost 30% less mana. Mindbreaker gives us Eldritch Truth, which is 6 tile range, and target unit has base 70% chance of becoming inflicted with madness until the end of combat, and if unsuccessful, inflicts insanity for 1 turn. So this is also pretty strong, but overall I like Mudcaster more. And we also get Eldritch Breach. So abilities ignore up to 3 status resistance. And then there's Flesh Weaver, which gives us possession. Target non-hero friendly unit gains Empower for 2 turns, which is plus 40% damage and resurgence. So this is definitely very, very strong. No doubt about that. And also Flesh Weave. At the start of combat, conjure 2 fleshlings. So these are like bomber units. Yeah, but they explode. And adjacent units suffer damage, get 2 stacks of bleeding, and status vulnerability. So all 3 of these are strong in different ways, but I actually like Mudcaster the most, I think. Still, this is potentially really strong. Resurgence and plus 40% damage. But yeah, let's take a Mudcaster. I really like the Mudcaster one. There we go. And our other dude. We can grab... What can we grab? We could grab Sprint. That would probably come in handy in some situations. Ranged or magic attacks. Plus 10% damage per stack of marked on the target. Yeah, I could grab that. Plus 10% damage per stack of marked. That's actually pretty good. That is pretty good. We'll take that. And we can get... What? Restoration is always nice to have. Reckless Rage is nice. Plus 30% attack damage. And it does not use any actions. I like to have Restoration. Wait, that's not what I thought it is. No, it is. A target-friendly unit that is dead can be revived. So I don't like this a lot. Because we can bring back any unit that dies. However, Reckless Rage is really, really good too. Plus 30% attack damage for 3 turns. That's really good. And it does not use any actions. So I will take Reckless Rage. Because that's just really strong. It will make it easier to actually win fights with no casualties, hopefully. So, alright, it's time to leave this place. I could still kill, like, this stack over here. But nothing is stopping us from coming back. Here, okay, we get some golden mana. Follow me, your people await. Okay, looks like we're going here. I assume that's going to be our city. So, let's see. Bring the other guys. Yeah, we'll probably come back here. It's fine. That's our turn, basically. Yep. Okay, now we can expand, so we are going to claim this province. That will give us plus 30 gold. There you go, very nice. We will need the gold. You always need the gold. Alright, we can grab the mana stash really quick. Yeah, I'll probably come back here. Let's not focus on clearing, although this one is really, really easy. We can clear that super fast. Get the scout up. We can send the scout in the other direction. Because, you know, he's a scout. It's his job to scout. So let's attack this. We should win this with no casualties. Eldritch Rite of Thraldom. Okay, well, we can't use this right now. Just attack them. I assume we'll have no casualties here. Yep. Okay. And let's go get our city. Because I assume that's what it's going to be. We could do another expansion. So I think we'll do that later once we kill this stack. I could have killed it, but I don't want to risk it. Here's some more gold from the looks of it. Alright, let's go. We want our city ASAP. There, 63 gold. Send the scout in the other direction. Alright. That looks like a watchtower. We can check that out. Yep, there you go. Not that it revealed anything particularly interesting, but alright. Yep, that's Marbozir, that's our city. Give it to me, thank you. We got Sundering Blades. Let's see, Engraving of Focus. Grants non-river units focused aggression. Ranged or magic attacks gain plus 10% damage per stack of marked on the target. Yeah, we can research that. I could have rerolled, but that's still nice. And we should probably use Sundering Blaze right away. There, okay. Give me my city, thank you. There we go. Claim your city and your throne. Done. Got him. Now we can start clearing. Let's just clear these. Alright, no losses, good. Okay, we have 0 wards spoiled right now, so we are not getting this. Assassin's Dagger. Not terrible. I don't think I can really use it right now, though. Anyway, Marbozir. Here we are. We should probably get some food. So, granary. I mean, storehouse. Yes, storehouse, and we can grab the forester to boost it a little bit. Yep. I see a gold mine. Okay, I see haste berries. Those are nice. Right. I see a wonder. Mirror fields. Plus 2 mana per conduit in city domain. Adds the Ashal Keeper to Rally of the Legions. Rainbow Clover. Yeah, this map will not have any free cities, but it's still plus 10 food, plus 10 morale. Pearls. Plus 7 mana, plus 7 gold. Another wonder. Adds Blessed Soul, plus 2 knowledge per research post in city domain. Okay, well, let's just grab the forester for now. So this one will do just fine. That will boost the storehouse. And we can start some units. They are not particularly strong, but we need to build up our army. At least a little bit. So let's keep exploring, shall we? I'm sure we'll find something useful eventually. We found an Umbral nest. So, infestation. Okay, what do you want? I will find and open this world gate. Okay. Investigate these leads. Okay, so we just have to investigate some stuff. Here. We are actually close to this one. Our scout can check this out. Okay, so that's basically a gate that goes to the Umbral Abyss. That's fine. Okay, let's claim more. So we should probably claim the haste berries. That's plus 20 draft. And I might just grab the research post first. To speed up our research just a little bit. Yeah, let's go with that. There you go. We got haste berries. And we can grab a hero. What do we have here? Chaos Adept. Arrogant. Yeah, I'm going to get the Chaos Adept. Recruiter. Yep, Chaos Adept. Can't really go wrong with that. Yep, plus 2 Chaos Affinity when governing a city. Now, he will have to actually govern a city to take advantage of that. And, I mean, technically, I could assign him to Marbozir, but that would be a little bit weird. I'm sure we'll get another city eventually. That's the idea. Now, okay, I will probably need to excavate eventually, but maybe not yet. Outposts cost less. City structures cost 20% less gold to build. Yeah, we should grab this ASAP, because it will save us money. We should also grab Call of Chaos ASAP. But are there any... Okay, yeah, there is an infestation right here. So we can grab this right away and go clear the infestation. See what we get. Sounds good. There you go. And we definitely want to clear the infestations. Sundering Blades. Done. Okay, let's go. We'll clear the monster then. We can fight it already. Here, let's just do this. I assume we'll have no casualties here. The other stack was not in range, but it does not matter against, like, these guys. Bone Wyvern Mount, Dread Spider Hatchling, and food. Alright, I mean, that's not terrible. Could have been better, could have been worse. It's fine. I can live with that, alright? I can live with that. Right, so let's actually take a look here, but be careful to not lose the scout. A hunting melody. Investigate the area. Yeah, we should probably be careful here. I don't want to get attacked by something. If I do get attacked, I will die. There's a pickup here. However, I think that's going to be the end of this video. So thanks for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.